But I got to ask you about Howard Zinn. You debunked Howard Zinn's description about Christopher Columbus. What was his opinion of Christopher Columbus?
Well, he lied about Christopher Columbus. And the reason was because, Christopher Columbus discovered America.
Yeah.
And he truly was a great man. He had vision, he had intelligence, he had courage, he had devotion to God, he had faith. And he was not, and he respected the natives. It was his men, who abused them.
Yeah.
When Columbus was away, he actually had some of them hanged for abusing the natives. But what Howard Zinn is doing is promoting the communist propaganda, because, so Howard Zinn's not innovative in this. The communist line has been that Columbus was a capitalist, and because he was a greedy capitalist, he decided to enslave the natives, rape the women, force them to look for gold. And when they didn't, chopped off their hands. But what's behind all that is capitalism. Capitalism is the big evil to communists.
Yeah.
And so there are all these lies about Columbus that I kind of pick apart in my book and expose, and I show where Howard Zinn is leaving out critical words. He plagiarized. He claims he did all this research and read all of Columbus's journals, but what he really did was he copied from a socialist buddy of his in the anti-Vietnam War movement, who was not a historian. He was a journalist and a novelist. So it's all made up stuff. It's all distorted stuff. And when you think about it, here is the discoverer. So if you want to knock down America, you start at its discovery. You start right at the beginning. And that's, exactly what Howard Zinn did, as all communists did.
Yeah. Was Christopher Columbus a Christian?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
He was trying to, find a path to the Great Khan and, eliminate, and to bring Christianity to the world. I mean, he wanted to convert the natives. He wanted to save their souls. I mean,
That's right.
I think that's a good thing to want to do.
Absolutely. And now in my country here in America, as you know already, they want to change Christopher Columbus Day to Indian People Day. What a mess, huh?
Yeah, I mean, it's Indigenous Peoples Day, right? If you read about the 500 tribes that were here before the Europeans arrived, they weren't these peace-loving hippies that Howard Zinn makes them out to be. They were territorial wars. The women were treated as like beasts of burden. They were the ones, growing the corn, hoeing with a stick in the ground while the men were lolling around or hunting. There was constant warfare over territory. There was torture. There was enslavement. They enslaved the people they captured, as everyone did around the world.
Yeah.
So, I don't know why we, would want to have that kind of a holiday. I'm not saying that.
I don't want it.
I mean, Europeans did some horrible things too, especially in wartime. But why? The reason the people who are behind Indigenous Peoples Day present a completely distorted picture of what
You know, when I read that, it reminded me of what I hear the blacks saying about Africa. And they were saying that, oh, the white people went over to Africa and they enslaved the blacks and brought them to this country and other countries and enslaved them. But that's not true. They act like the blacks was over in Africa tiptoeing through the tulips. And all of a sudden, the white man came and just took them. But what they're leaving out is that blacks were enslaved by other blacks. Tribes were fighting against tribes. Black people were being sold when they wanted to buy merchandise in Africa. They would use black people as money. Other black people were using black people. All those things are left out. And it reminds me of how the Indians were doing this over here, but all that is left out. And it's amazing to see that.